John Ntim Fordjour, the member of parliament for Assin South constituency. Abrante yenche bia obetina media mu enya the balls, the courage, the effrontery. Pointed fingers at the NDC government. Actually say place bi no bi abelandi okiai eye Kotoka International Airport. Na sa place bi no enkofo du boni bi tago omuduro ni bi koka cocaine ayemu ma. Aside that no sika ya wia abroni ato ne din money laundering so eka ho. Na oba bonten ka sa asem no ema NDC abai kire say where is your evidence? Sabiu onyina so nti a wanya sa courage no e dia betina media mu eka sa asem we no e wo hefa wo evidence wen ema enam so ama Felix ofusu kwachi the minister in charge of government communication ba bonten kire say as you can see oka say Reverend Ntim Fordjour has failed to honor the invitations of national security because he doesn't have a shred of evidence. Ofosu kwa cheka chire Ghana for say NIB mpanimfo to nsa friend say evidence a wunya aya enam so nti okotena emframa di tu dwa pointing fingers at the NDC government that chire say place bienu bi abelandi Kotoka airport cocaine any money laundering sika ayemu ma no fa sa evidence no ebeboa yen se ne be ya NDC aban betimi ageti to the root of the whole matter. Felix Ghana for na say yetonsa frɛ Ntim Fordjour wa onko. Yetonsa frɛ na arrogantly kokoti sem chese meni baby aba meni evidence bi ama me ma bebia. These were the words of Felix ofosu kwachi. Na enu achi no na Ntim Fordjour sa ba bi be kire say as you can see we say I've never been invited by any security agency. Kwachi ofosu lied. Ntim Fordjour kire say sansem na kwachi ofosu de betu dwa no boa say NIB mpanimfo atonsa frɛ me obi antonsa frɛ bebia yem frɛ bebia oboa onte da oboa kra oboa yem frɛ bebia. These were the words of Ntim Fordjour kire say NIB mpanimfo entonsa frɛ bebia ti eja enemu sa na ene de NIB mpanimfo say pam no twam do masa yempe back and forth nsem bia say yetonsa frɛ o ena later wo sa kwa abonten kire say yentonsa frɛ o dia ene de we are coming to your residence. As you can see in the video, the officials of the National Investigations Bureau ye shorten no frɛ no NIB for NIB ena ebowura the residence of Ntim Fordjour demanding him to appear and come with the evidence enam so nti obetina media mu kire say place me no bi abelandi okiya na sa place the cocaine any money laundering ayemu ma ene NIB mpanimfo besieged the residence. They went there with an arrest warrant. Montias yes and yes said almost sorry and there be it was a legal operation. They went there with an arrest warrant because these are the words of Ama Pratt, press secretary and spokesperson to the vice president. Or say, you cannot accuse a government of money laundering and cocaine involvement and hope you just walk out when the dust settles. There be Ama Pratt say, wuntimi emetina media mu kan che Ghana for na say, place mienu bi alande wo Ghana ha sa place no cocaine any secretary dia broni e no money laundering no ayemu ma na yetonsa frɛ wa ma na sebi o kire Ghana for say na sebi o just evidence ben edi ade na wugina so a onya courage e kan sa asem no. We need sa evidence no to aid us in our investigation. Enti ama prade kire say debi yempene da moye sa dey we sa over the years abibia no you people accuse the NDC government of bibia munni evidence bia. Enti say the 4 years here bay yes na Ghana ha emankwasiafo we will never allow you to accuse the NDC government wrongly again. Enti no evidence enam so nti okotena bonten ka sa asem. We need that evidence whether upeu we need that evidence. Ama ende send me yi video no kire mo no officials of NIB have gone to the residence of Ntim Fordjour demanding him to appear before them and give them the needed evidence. Na ne lawyer Atta Kyea se won tiase ne lawyer Atta Kyea say on tia say DNT na we invasion of privacy DNT na omo ato ahye ne so na de yentie ensem a Atta Kyea de atodwa na yento aso.
If they want to invite him, they can invite him. Yes. But why is this whole area besieged with security personnel?
Do I want to take it that you are his lawyer and so you are here to make some interventions?
Well, he called me. He called me that I should come immediately because, I mean, they've surrounded his house. Yes, but obviously I have a colleague, a former colleague, and also I practice also. Let me find out what is going on before we can advise him because it's a bit, I mean, frightening. What's going on?
Have you received any preliminary information as to why the NIB is in his house? I'm
not too sure, but I told him that if there's a search warrant, he should see it before he will let them in. Because you can't invade somebody's privacy without an order of the court. Yes. So this is where we all have to watch, and if there's anything to invite him, you can invite him, but if you besiege his house, that's a member of parliament.
But parliament is on recess.
Whatever it is. Whatever it is. You see, if it's a drama, then you want to blackmail and intimidate people. I don't need drama to do investigations. I have come to learn that almost serious investigations are submarine. You don't even know that they are even investigating you.
And that is what they are doing, but your members or probably the supporters heads, and they are all here at this moment.
80 say Ntim Fordjour ni mu say oye MPD a ene onti ase say e wo say otemra se wo Ghana ha say Ghana ha no defamation is against the laws of Ghana. Sa asem na okan defamation ogu NDC mpanifo ni mu ase kire say I place me nu bi alande Ghana ha cocaine ma obra wunni evidence bia na sebi o mra hye bedani mo sa bra we because sa bra we nyina ameka ho asabi e pass it through parliament. As an MP no, you must understand and know and come to terms with the laws and the rule of law in Ghana. So you cannot simply wake up and accuse wrongly. Yeton sa frewa evidence we here or se memba afre de a restaurant so ye be chiwa sebi you watch your phone afre lawyer say on tiasie say we invasion of privacy. Invasion of the do you have any privacy? The moment obetina media mu accusing people wrongly, no, you lost that privacy. Now say if you walk on, officials can come to your residence at any time to hold you captive because we yemku adia ye pa ne say evidence a wujina suntia o kan sa asem no fasa evidence no beboa yen. Let us get to the root of the whole issue. So we kan ya eje bia na NDC mpenim for the video bi betu dwa. HR said these are the planes and this way and your man na egu sa planes no mu. The planes have got nothing to do with cocaine, they have nothing to do with money laundering, they have nothing to do with anything of that sort. Yes, plane no. Now if you hear from the medical plane be near just the story doesn't connect with any money laundering or cocaine saga. When you tago be asemu uti story na emfa cocaine ho na emfa sikasem bia ho na so kwase ampani ebetina media mu haha nani edientia nia afanya marke enu bi no peso ye okuje to abla kwa Sam George mo enu bi na opeso ye kokoti sem gidigidi 38-year-old buffoon onyi su nu bia o 38 years pe clout our purchase nti be kan sem ne boso kire say hi place me enu bi we have the intelligence. Okay, intelligence no fa beboa aban so a udwane say hi wonti ase na edi enti a invasion of privacy or privacy kwasia ofui or privacy kwasia to yeah na be see NPP pedi for wrong Oma jimia ya sometimes ya na ya dwen mpo ayenti ase said yenti na party bako emu mpanifo na yenkwasiafo emu mpanifo na jimi ya dwen ho aya yenti ase obetina media mu kire se wo evidence a kire se place me no bi alande akoke gum afredie beboa yen na yenchi sankofo ya wo ka ye ho asem nso awudwane kwasia. You see how they behave, you see their behavior, you see this is the NPP. Now as usual, Nechita from kwasiafo bi say entiase say dieti na ena Ntim Fordjour ena we invasion of privacy ena Ntim Fordjour no ena yetete no ena Ntim Fordjour no e de bone nu aye ena de Nechita from kwasiafo bi akogu ni fie na yɛnhwɛ nea ɛkɔ so.
That they just come and ransack a whole member of parliament. Come on. Let's grow small. What kind of life is that? We rule Ghana 8 years. 4 years just around the corner. You cannot be intimidating people like that. What kind of life is that? He's a member of parliament. If you have issue with him, you can invite him. You don't bring people to disgrace him like this. What is this? What country are we? Are we not Ghanaian?
But when parliament is on resource and MPs are not going to parliament, they are subjected to the rules.
So invite him.
We understand that there was an invitation.
Where is there? He said there wasn't invitation. He respects himself. You think they'll invite a member of parliament? Even me, the original youth organizers, if they invite him, I'll go. And a member of parliament. That people have invested confidence in him and voted for him. A former deputy minister. Come on, bro.
Then again, they are asking him to prove the allegations.
It doesn't matter. So,
but you see, in the first place,
no, I'm coming up. If they are even asking to go, invite him. Give him an invitation. Let everybody know that you have invited him. You don't do Rambo style.
So all of you present here,
we are PPP, and we are party members.
We don't allow.
How did you hear about the NIB moving?
It's not a digital country that we are. Just 1 minute per it will come out. And look at what they are doing.
Enti so hwe ni fie mpo a ni fie no e bon kuka. Because Ntim Fordjour eba abem less than 10 years ni. Obeye MP, ebeye minister, less than 10 years in the team. No wonder say all pointing fingers at the NDC in 24 say play CB abe land na cocaine because bibi a chere say onu ankasa no cocaine na oka ho asem probability say onim hu bi ne very high. Go he baby a oti less than 10 years old. E di aduma a 38-year-old man. E di aduma and a 1 year over the years asa dan kutu we otim hweka se gu fi ho. Na the chita from kwasiafo bi nso akogina fi ho na anya hwe krampo no oye MP yemfa obuo ma no sabio MP emu ne ho ebetina media mu accusing a government wrongly yetonsa fe ne dia yenti ase se edi etia oye MP otwe na MP kan kwasiasem oye MP na se sebi wa ama wadwen anya aduma e wo se embra ani wudi oye MP na se wa jimia e wo se embra e chewo se jai jimia wo jimie na emwa Ghana fo nyina o ye MP na se woni mu nyansa e wo se embra no chewo nyansa because o ti parliament obi e na ye pass sa embra we eti na sa embra na kasa you as an MP no so onye wadwe se wudi embra no so a e wo se embra no e chewo nyansa na sebi embra no ni wudi Jimmy for we ti Ghana ha e betina media mu accusing the NDC wrongly afa de ye hia yetonsa frɛ wa ma me I believe Felix Kwachi because as a government person no ya tonsa frɛ kwasi ampani ya o ma bonte meka yetonsa frɛ no ba na wa ba me say yetonsa frɛ no ba na wa ma edietia oni evidence bia o evidence asa mi kokoi o evidence yetonsa frɛ no just go there and tell them say me nyina so ni simple obi nchi wuntum waka wonsem bi and aban ne say Mampeni John Dramani Mahama eba bonte che say oh wate pa because ono Mampeni Mahama na ban mu de ompene e ma saa de no nkoso Mampeni Mahama troye on his social media handle me hwese me sabeka na ye hwese mu Mampeni John Dramani Mahama troye. Just a moment, just a minute, let me go to my tablet here and see and say mu Mampeni John Dramani Mahama edituja. Thank you. And these were the words of Mampeni John Mahama. Okay, say my attention has been drawn to allegations made at a press conference by an honorable member of parliament, Reverend Ntim Fordjour, regarding 2 suspicious flights arriving at the Kotoka International Airport, suspected to be involved in drug trafficking and money laundering. Government takes all allegations seriously, and to ensure a thorough and transparent investigation, I have directed all relevant investigative agencies, including the Narcotics Control Commission, the Police CID, the National Investigations Bureau NIB, and the National Security Coordinator to immediately and fully collaborate with the Honorable Member of Parliament so he provides all necessary information to investigate the allegations and take all action necessary to expose any drug dealings. We will maintain zero tolerance for using Ghana as a transit or final destination for drugs or drug trafficking. The NIB made a high-profile bust of drugs last week with a street value of 350 million US dollars. These were the words of Mampeni John Dramani Mahama. 80 Oba bonte be kasa ye no Mampeni Mahama kase monko chiri ntum debi. Mampeni Mahama chere se odana simple because me sebi under my government no me Mahama me mpene e ma ye mfa Ghana enye drug transit point or destination. 80 no sansem ye a wanya information ye wanya enam so nti no obetina media mu e ka chere Ghana fo nyina no maka chere national security force yen ton sanfrel na saa information go and give it to them send ye be ya e betimi aboa ama investigation no etimi akoso wano very simple. These were the words of Mampeni John Dramani Mahama. Etienne ye hiao na se wudwane de a ene wenyi na kire Ghana for say you had no evidence sakas kasa betra me demu kan nyina na eye bosrebu kan eye nsem bia you had no evidence, you had nothing, all you wanted was to disgrace the NDC government and John Dramani Mahama. Edi say ye to nsa afro na se wo ma na se ye ba ofie a e makwase bi ma bonten kire se ai e na we no invasion of privacy na ye ntiase se die ntina ye to nsa na ka sabio ye anto nsa amfre na ka hwan e na ye to nsa amfre no se ye anto nsa amfre na hwan biem e na ka sabio ye nto ensa amfre no jimi se ya o ene enkwase asem se ya. As you can see or say NIB officials around Reverend Ntim Fordjour's residence amidst suspicious allegations. Yes, simple. Wababontin abeka asem. NIB mpanifo si ye hiao. Evidence anase ne awote ya enam so nti obabontin ka asem no. Beboa yen na yenye investigation and get to the root of the matter that you raised. Ye to nsa fra also ma ye ba ofie nso a wasoma kwasiafo bi abeja bontik na sebi ye cancel phone che say ai o ye MP and adien na ya Anton Sanfro kwasiasem ni Jimmy kasa say ya. You see me say NPP emu mpanifo na ye kwasiafo. You heard the last video
Out, and you don't take your time to investigate, but rather go after the person. What does it make you? It tells you that there's something you are hiding and you don't want people to know because your information has been inconsistent.
Obviously, he who alleges would have that burden of proof, don't you agree?
You see, sometimes the burden of proof also shifts, and that's what we have to understand. If there's a suspicion, and you don't allow investigation to go on, but rather attack the person who's suspecting that there's some wrongdoing going on, how do you allow the person to prove?
He's been invited.
Probably. And where is the invitation? Where is the invitation? Where is the... No, come on. I've spoken to the member of parliament. The invitation never came. The thing is that they said they want to make an example of the member of parliament. The question to John Mahama and his spokesperson is that why do you want to make an example of Reverend Ntim Fordjour? That's all Ghanaians want to know. Why do you want to make an example? Why do you want to make an example?
What when Jimmy? Now fro set to bear, now fro set to bear. What when Jimmy? No say who to me say. Me market for no, e be Jimmy pa. Me say, me market for e be Jimmy papa Jimmy ne tankwa. Miss Jimmy, what was them for oka? Where Jimmy kasa oka? What was them for? Kasia sena, kasia. Ntim Fordjour. Say na onimu say, only suspicion pe. Ena onya ye dia anko se okotu NIB empanifo anim e ka kire mo se information minsa kan yemunye na mo ankasa no go out there and conduct your own investigation. But we dey wa anko ni sa o obetna media mu ka say wanya intelligence bi say place mienu bi, he said it emphatically. Wan ka say suspicion bi asem there bi o ka say our intelligence. Na intelligence no actually say place mienu bi abelande cocaine ma sikama kasia.
Do you know who owned this aircraft that landed in Ghana?
National Security knows all.
But you do not know.
At the moment, our intelligence is at it, but we haven't ascertained the actual people behind it.
The same for the air ambulance too.
Absolutely.
We do not know who brought it in the country and what it came to do. All we know is that a cargo was loaded and offloaded from this aircraft.
Yes.
And this
And national security has the gravitas, they have all the instruments and the resources to ascertain any further information related to these flights. And that is why the question is directed at them.
But if no arrest or no question is being asked, doesn't that suggest that perhaps this was a legitimate landing and taking off that,
So that is for the
that doesn't require any clarity?
That is for the national security to set the records. And if they deny, then further information available will be made. So we are waiting on them to provide responses on the details of these aircrafts, their cargo, who is behind it, and then the subsequent, concerns will also be brought forth.
But you are so emphatic that this could be cocaine and money.
Suspected cocaine.
Why narrow it down to cocaine and money?
Those are the.
It could have been anything.
Those are the suspicions our intel intercepted.
And beyond putting this in the public domain, have you sought, answers from the National Security Secretariat? The Minister for Interior with additional responsibility for national security is your colleague.
Oh yes, but there's nothing also stops us from the media getting involved in some of these concerns. The more transparent it is, the better it is for governance, the better it is for security. And so we are asking them legitimately. If Parliament were in session, the first instrument I would have used would have probably been an urgent question that would be filed for the National Security Coordinator or the Minister to provide answers. But Parliament is not in session, and we cannot wait until such a time when Parliament comes back. So the media, through this engagement, they pick all their intel and all that. This is a legitimate question. It is of public interest, and it's important that in line with our security and transparency, they provide all this information to the public, and then we take the conversation.
NIB penny-for have no option than to call you and come and tell them whatever you heard. And I say, intelligence and sorry, better media cancer accept. But why na yenye enhwemu and get it to the root of the matter. O se ontiasie. Na ekwasiafo bi ye ho sei totwe abegina ne fie anim e na ye kan kwasiasem. Me say NDC penny-for mumma money nyeden. Because NPP eba opposition they are so good. It is a more money anya they will make sure say they will paint your government black. Now YNB will not sit here and allow Kwasiafobi to paint the NDC government black. And we will play our part. The NDC government any Ghana penny for will play your part. Me say monchi Kwasiam penny we frustrate him. Momanentias yes a Ghana hano ya dem brand ye duma. If you come out there and say something, sub you so nya empo information bi na se onye so sure yent na social media ent na mainstream media enka oye MP, you know the premises of NIB, you should have gone to them or impo write them just an email catch up say information say na wonsaka kwasia esa say ope din crowd nti na Ghana for nyante den kentino wa anya ne sabet na media mu joy news e ma press conference just say emphatically me who say place me no bi kwasia na ye from say brabonti be you ho anu a say ai den ya e na ye tatao e na ye chew e na sebi ya nche wanka ye nche hwan ya nche wa ka hwan na ye nche no enya na ba won take ai nya na so ye kire Ghana for say where you place me no bi aba eye kotoka na sikama kokema enya na kan eti ya nche wa hwan na ye nche no jimi say ya nkwasiafo me say NPP no omo ye mua da bia me ka kire mu say NPP me so omo jimi NPP the day you get to know the party better, believe you me, you will never ever vote for them again. Because empenifua ye kasa by heart. Ye kasa out of emotions. Ye kasa out of hatred. Ye kasa just say outside of the boundaries of intelligence. Then ye time on mind this sankwasiafo yinsa. Na Jimmy for wait to parliament it say me embrashe bedwani obra embra na nkasa ohye no onu nkasa no onye na dwempo se odi sa ambra no so this guy I am telling the people of Assin South constituency say in 2028 you people must vote against this idiot because wo gumani mu ase eti mo hye no so na in 2028 sa MPs enkwasiafo we nyina clear them out of parliament, clear them because omu ni mu abia de boamo omu enkwasiafo omu asansafo omu ejimifo. You must clear all these idiots out of parliament, and this is what you are supposed to do. It's as simple as that. So simple as that. So simple as that. For me, the chairman Freemind. Enjoy the rest of your time, and I'll see you in my next video. Makram.